I can tell you, brother, is I'm fresh off a damn exercise.
That's nice.
Like a hefty size, dude.
Like
I was
you were
freaking...
jerking
No. I walked to the Dollar General to get my baby. Dude, look at my baby. It's the perfect size for me to carry around like a football.
Dude, that is cute as all hell,
It's a
huh?
little 8-pack. Yeah, isn't that nice?
It's
So
about
anyway,
perfect for you.
I know, dude. And 8 of these is all I need. I don't ever need more than that. So anyway, I cruised on down the DG, and then I grabbed that little 8-pack and set it on the counter and said, Braxton, you didn't forget your wallet. But alas, I did. So I walked back, got it, and then ran to the Dollar General and then ran back.
And how was that?
It was wet, dude. I did some sweating. I did some heart beating fast and my lungs kind of hurting. Brother, did I tell you about playing basketball with the preteens?
No, sir.
May I?
Yeah, please.
All right, so 2 days ago, I wake up depressed. My old friend has returned, huh? And
Nice.
I go, God, this sucks. So I lay in bed till probably like 11. And I went, I'll just sleep it off. Didn't work. I got up and I said, F it. I'm going to put food in me and I'm going to exercise. I don't know what else to do. So I ate and then I hopped in my pickup. And on my way out, I stopped by the neighbor and I said, he goes, where are you off to? And I said, you ever hear about how exercise like cures depression or whatever? And he says, yeah. And I said, I'm going to go put it to the test. I'm going to play basketball. We'll see you in a little while. So I went to play basketball, which is right next to the skate park I didn't even know we had. That was pretty sick.
Nice.
And I'm shooting around. I'm warmed up. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, God, I'd probably get out of here. And I'm making every basket by now. You know what I mean? I'm a pro. And then these two kids walk up and start shooting on the other side. So I freaking keep shooting. And then they said, want to play a game? And I said, all right, let's ride. And so we did them two against me, and then another friend showed up, and he got on their team. And then a fourth friend showed up and got on their team, and I couldn't be stopped. Dude, I mopped the floor with these children. I fucking rolled them up and smoked them. It was out of control,
kidding, bro.
Yeah. This one kid, he's probably Wade's height. He says he's 10 years old. But he didn't know who...
Oh, these are some young bucks, and you're just fucking smoking.
They were itty-bitty, dude. They were preteens. They were children. In fact, and I probably shouldn't put this on the internet, but at one point, they thought it'd be funny. They, like, pulled their pants down, like, sagging, like, gangsters.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, pull those up right now. We can't play basketball together if you're taking your pants off. So that was fun.
Did they pull them up?
Yeah, I'm not going to hang around with them just freaking dangling about. They freaking pulled them up. So I freaking smoked their asses. I come back to the RV park, and everybody says, how'd basketball go? And I say, oh, my God, there was like 4 preteens on the court. I played every one of them, couldn't be touched. I smoked them. And they all sat there and just stared at me.
Nice.
And I said, yeah, guys, I'm not bragging about beating preteens at basketball. I think it's funny to do. So you can laugh if you want, don't have to. And then a couple of them laughed. And then I frickin' came inside, got some beer, went outside, sat with them, and chatted with them for like 3 hours. Annette told me to get my guitar out. I play guitar for them.
Did they love it?
I did all right. Whatever. I did do that thing, though, which happens every time I play guitar, because my gift isn't playing Zach Bryan songs. My gift is I was picking it, and somebody said, what is that one? This is one that I wrote. They go, what is that? And Annette goes, yeah, I don't know. I've never heard it before, but I feel like you're going to sing me something I know. And I said, yeah, that's how it's supposed to make you feel, sweetie pie. That's what we fucking do. Yeah. So that was like the sickest compliment on art I've ever gotten. So then I was nice to her later for the first time ever, but... So anyway, that was 2 days ago. Fast forward. And old Bead Train, what's he doing, dude? If you don't know what the Bead Train's doing, what do you think he's up to? He's cooking, brother. I'm in the kitchen. I'm Chef Boy RB, dude. I'm fucking mixing up some pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on. Fucking full-time Texas pussy hound, dog.
Listen, I'm not freaking getting mad pussies. As well as the beach chick, she woke up with a horrible neck pain today, and she might not make it. I said, no biggie, dude. She's going to come stay here.
Beach mom lady, big-titted crazy lady that was supposed to come out? And she got them, as our boy Theo would say, she got them fucking hitters, huh?
Dude, she's got them front dough bags. You know what I'm saying? She's got frickin' yeah, that bounce Baggins or whoever that guy is from Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, all I'm saying is I'm not fucking cooking up pussy. I went on a date today, dude, and it went fucking stellar. She said, I'll be there at 1:15 at the Coffee Waves. And I've been to the Coffee Waves before, dude. Last time I went there, I was going to meet my black queen, and she fucking never showed up.
So is this like a hot spot for dates? Is that what's going on?
Well, I think it's the only coffee hut on the island. It's kind of what it is. Sorry, you're lagging super bad, and it's fucking frying my brain, but...
You going to pull through?
No, I don't think so. I just get a picture of you for like 10 seconds that doesn't move, and I go, hello?
Do you think it's my internet or yours?
That's a good question, dude. I tried to close everything. I got fast internet, but I don't know if it's accidentally updating Call of Duty behind my back.
Nice.
Literally, and that would probably be bad for us. But anyway, I went on this date, dude. Meet up at the Coffee Waves. Was I nervous? No. I rolled in there. I had to wait for like 3 minutes. That part sucks. And then she rolled in there not long after. And I got tea because I'm a fucking king. And I showed off my jewelry, obviously. What up? And anyway, she's going to be a biomedical engineer. Listen to this. Nice. She went to college, became a teacher, teach for 2 years. And now she's back in college to be a biomedical engineer.
Sick.
So all my neighbors say I need to hold on to her because they only care about money. But here's the cool part, dude. Is we chatted for an hour and 45 minutes. And she wasn't mean to me once. And I said like 3 things that made her go, whoa, really? That was pretty cool. And I asked questions and I listened.
Yep, you're great to communicate with.
And I got to connect with somebody, dude. And we truly did connect. And it was very nice. And then at the end, she said, well, I don't want to leave, but I have to because I got this lab at college. And then she slid me her phone with an open contact thing and said, but I got to get your number first. And I said, okay, sweetie pie, let's ride. It was very nice. It was very pleasant.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Has she hit you up yet or are we still waiting?
Nope, we're on ice. She might be a next morning type of guy. Or she might hit me with a damn...
Type of guy, huh?
Oh, nope. I didn't mean to say that. I'm going to edit it out.
So what, Tinder, it was Grindr, huh? Come on.
No, it wasn't, dude. And her name is Sarah, and she's a sweetheart. And I'll tell you another thing. Oh, I got back, and my neighbor, I told him, I said, I just got back from a date. It was awesome. And he goes, oh, what was wrong with her? She have like a third limb or something? And I said, no, she was just cute as a button. And wouldn't you believe it? I couldn't even find her Adam's apple.
Nice.
Actually, I didn't say it like that because that sounds like I was searching. But I said she didn't even have an Adam's apple, if you can believe it. That's very
sick,
nice.
Dude. Mm-hmm. That's what we're looking for in our queens, man. No Adam's apple.
No Adam's apple.
No penis.
Come on over. Oh, buddy. I frickin' stumbled upon T-porn for the first time ever that I didn't hang around, but I was not repulsed. I went, I get it. And then I left, and I never went back. And I'm not going back.
Shit. How'd that go?
Well, it was just the hottest woman you've ever seen. That's what got me. And I went, she's jerking off a dick. And then I went, it's her own dick.
Oh, no.
And I said, and also, it's a nice one. She's got it all, this woman, dude. and then I pulled the ripcord and I got out of there. But she really did.
Hell yeah, you got to. You start finishing the stuff like that, you're the next fucking McCuss dog, dude.
I know, and I'm not trying to go down that path, dude. My delicate sensibilities can only handle so much. I definitely told that girl today that's why I've never tried cocaine, because if I find something that makes me feel good, I'll do it so much until people worry about me.
Nice.
So she laughed.
Did she laugh?
Yeah, she's a good gal, dude. She's a sweet gal.
Sick.
It was very nice. She's probably about 5'6". She's got curly hair like my niece. It's like real blonde and curly and cute. She's got a lot of teeth in her smile, but not in a bad way. And it's a very beautiful, natural smile. And she's probably 10 pounds overweight. I don't know. I don't know if you can't say that.
Well, I think when it's cute, they call it chonky with an O instead of a U.
Here's how I would describe her, dude. She is chunky, but if I ever described her to a woman as chunky and then they saw her, they would get mad at me. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, so she's not actually, like, by women's standards, she's not chunky.
She just gets into the ice cream late at night when she shouldn't?
Well, she works at a restaurant, so I think she's putting down the pasta a little more often than maybe she ought to.
Nice.
Fuck, dude, I don't want it to take this turn.
Well, it's going to be what it's going to be. We know history repeats itself, and we know what we're talking about on the pod, brother.
Oh, fuck, dude. But she was wearing a shawl, and I couldn't even really tell that much. She was just cute as a damn button's what she was. And I frickin' listened and asked her questions, and it was so fun. And then I got to tell her my whole life philosophy, and she was on board with it. Because that's kind of my move.
Sick as hell, dude.
I don't have much to talk about other than my entire philosophy on life.
When's
hit or miss.
When's Mace Dog heading out to you?
Mason's going to be here on Monday.
No shit, that's going to be fucking all time.
Now, did I tell you this? I said, hey, Mace Dog, will you just come back with me to Idaho while you're here? We'll just leave whenever you're ready. And he said, yeah.
Sick, dude.
So, we'll probably, I don't know when it'll be, so I'll be leaving like 10, 11 days earlier than I previously anticipated. But I'll have him with me. He'll already be down here. It's going to be so easy.
Just pack it and go.
Yeah, and we're going to do frickin' 3-day cross country. We're going to do finally a bromance movie that we've always been planning. A bro comedy.
That's going to be sick as hell, G.
Mm-hmm. So I'm very excited about that. Nothing but frickin' blue skies in the future, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's going to be so fucking sick. I love that for you. That's going to be all time.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me get all that out of me. Now I'm fucking loose, dude. What's going on?
Way to think on your feet, dude. Just fucking call it a little bit early while your dog's there and fucking ship it back to fucking... You get to roll back into fucking St. Anthony with Mace Dog, dude. It's going to be all time.
Dude, and we're going to be able to stop on the way and frickin' find some nice little camp spots. I think, depending on the weather, we come back through Colorado, we can do some Rocky Mountain camping, you know what I'm saying? See some frickin' beauty. There's pretty country over there down Colorado way.
There is, too. I went to college in Laramie, Wyoming, right there by Colorado, and all over in those mountain ranges all that summer. That was one of the best summers of my life. We were so poor we couldn't do anything but camp. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's what's so nice about my neighbor that I really like. Can I tell you kind of a cool story about him?
Fuck yeah.
So, I've told you about him, but when we showed up and it was pouring rain, and I backed in first try into our spot, and then we set up, and the next day is when we started meeting people because it was raining, and he came up to me immediately, and looking back on it, I go, oh yeah, I just read a book that says compliment people and they'll be your friend. The first thing this guy said to me was, I watched you back that in first try, that was impressive. And I probably told you about it the day it happened. So anyway, he only booked this place for a month or two like I did, but he didn't have the good fortune of having a spot open up for the rest of the winter. So he was gone for 2 months after Christmas, and he bounced around to a couple different RV parks, and he's back. And he's 2 doors down, dude. And so we've been chatting it up. I got home and chatted with him for like 2 hours today. He's the coolest dude ever. And he's so freaking...
hell, dude.
Yeah, he's the man. And he's the one of the 2 fellas I found here. I'm starting to unravel this whole my thing for connection, why I can't connect with some of these people thing. Second dude since I've been here. Some of them don't deserve
your connection.
Yeah, these 2 dudes that are freaking cool as hell, they are like open-minded. They're interested in what you have to say and who you are. And you know, and it really seems to be like people have it or don't. It doesn't seem to be a lot of middle ground most of the time of like what is it exactly about them? Because it's kind of like just when you talk to them, you know by their demeanor that they're not there to judge you at all. They're there to have a human connection. They know what life is like and that it takes a bunch of different paths, and it's an awareness. And then there's other people you talk to.
Depth and weight and experience. You can tell someone who's just been a cunt the whole time, their whole life, they've just always been a cunt, they don't connect like that. You can tell someone, like, I'm a real easy person for someone to walk up to and just say some shit. I'm like, oh, sick. That's cool as hell, man.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the weird thing about this place, though, is everybody has a ton of experience, you know? And I go, damn, that's sad that 2 of you, by my estimation, and by the way... I also found out, I think, that the ones that I run into all the time are the ones that are out drinking, you know what I mean? This is a lot like a high school. Those ones that drink all the time get together and talk shit on the management like it's the principal. They're like, yeah, she told us to clean up, get off the lawn. And it's like, you guys are all grown as fuck. But then I heard from other people that there's normal people here too. They're like, oh no, we don't get in trouble with management. They're super nice. And I said, that's what I thought. I didn't know why.
Yeah, no
but
shit.
What I'm unraveling is it's like this thing about Oh, yeah, it's an awareness, I think. Because the other people, I think that the people that kind of don't have it, when you talk to them, you get a feeling of like, oh, I get that if something from my life doesn't fit into your particular paradigm and the way you see the world, you're not going to be able to accept it. Whereas other people can accept something that they don't have personal experience with. You know what I mean? And it's like an openness and an acceptance or an awareness or something. One of those words.
One of them fits, huh?
Yeah, what do you think it is? But whatever.
I don't know how to... I'm trying to put my finger on it because now I'm thinking about myself. Now I'm trying to understand how... I have a whole like variety of people in my life that are just completely different. And I don't have that thing where when someone tells me something, if I don't understand it, that I'm just like, oh, that's fucking crazy. I'm like, sick, dude. Different strokes for different folks. Dave Chappelle always says everyone fucks money.
They're what?
Yeah. Do you say what legitimately? I can't tell.
Yeah. No. What'd he say?
Dave Chappelle always says, yeah, everyone fucks funny. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I guess I try to have kind of more of that approach when it comes to people. Like, oh, right on. Sounds cool, dude.
I think that I'm that way too, but you're that way for like because you look at the world a certain way. You know what I mean? You're not that way on accident. And that's what I mean, because you can kind of end up having it or not having it. I hate to break it down like that, but it feels kind of right in the moment, at least for the purpose of this conversation. But you can just accidentally end up not having that gear, I think. And you do that if you just live your whole life without looking around.
And maybe it's not having that gear. Do you think that possibly it comes from people that... Because I guess what I'm relating to it right now is I have fucking hated myself and my life so much at times that I try not to project that shit on anyone else. When someone's just like open with me, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Cool. Good for you. As long as you're happy, get after it.
Yes. Yeah. I understand that, but oh yeah, I don't know, but you want other people to be happy and to thrive. And what I think is the difference, the delineating factor, is that you know that there's a lot of different paths to thriving. And it seems to me that, like, the people I can't connect with, maybe that's just a better way to put it. The people I have a hard time connecting with think that there's, like, just a couple of paths you can take. And I say, guys, I think there's, like, 1 million. I'm trying to find one. I hope it doesn't upset you that I'm not on the one you say is the best. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
But
I get that 100%.
Might be something like that. I don't know. But I have, like, 2 notes, too.
Cool. Let's check them. I will say I want to touch base on that fucking blunt you sent me a video lighting up. Holy buckets, dude. That'll fucking fuck anyone up. That put me to bed for 3 fucking days, bro.
I know, but here's the trick. Here's the ticket. It's just like the little quarter of it is I rolled out and filled up. The rest of it was all Bacco. Okay. But still, there's nothing more fun than just that weighty fucking just lighting that bitch up, dude.
I saw it and I was like, good God, dude, I need a week to reset. Jeez.
That was fun. So I put on my best Cuddy song and freaking took a video, obviously. Oh, dude. I can't remember which day it was, but I had a day driving down the beach that I just threw Hank on. And I took like 3 videos and I was too scared to send them to anybody. But it all hits exactly the same, 6 years after I needed him. And I still listen to it and I go, holy shit, this guy's the greatest to ever do it. He's the greatest to ever do it. The way that he fucking conveys that heartache is not like anybody's ever done.
There's no time that it's not fun to put him on. Whether you're sad or happy, just chilling by yourself or with a group of people. Hank is the GOAT, dude.
And there was even one song I talked to my mom for like 45 minutes on the phone, and it's me and my mom's relationship, dude. That's not written down, but we're going to take that tangent. Can we shift gears? I got to
listen to Tyler and your mom talk for like fucking 25, 30 minutes in the pickup.
Fun. You got to see what my mom's all about.
Sweetest gal. Holy buckets. Yeah,
that gal will just ask questions and care about your answers. She just wants to know what's going on with her son.
Yeah,
that's a miracle.
She said, oh, you just driving out there by yourself? And he said, no, I'm hauling Yancey's truck. He's in the truck. And she goes, oh, well, hi, Yancey. Hi.
Oh, that's so sweet, dude.
And
you got to meet my
It
mom.
was the sweetest conversation. It was cool as hell, dude.
I love that.
I don't know if you got to edit this out, but she even took a couple digs at your dad.
Oh,
Tyler told her.
I had to edit that out.
She said, she asked how your dad was, and Tyler said, good, yeah, after he got sick, he hasn't drank in like 16 or 18 days or something like that. And she said, oh, really? Oh, and he's doing all right? He's not having any problems? And Tyler said, no, he's fine. And she was like, oh, well, when you drink that much, you can have problems if you stop.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about, like, because my dad, if anybody else is around him drinking, he's drinking with you. Most of his days, he doesn't have other people around to trick him, so he has probably 4 to 7 beers. You can have 4 to 7 beers every day, and it's not like you're going to have seizures when you stop drinking. But
that's fair.
Everybody thinks that my dad's drinking like how they see him drink every day. You know what I mean? Especially his ex-wife. and also everybody says that. I don't have to edit that out. That is hilarious. Now, my relationship with my mother. This was a miracle to me. I noticed this the other day. Almost exactly a year ago, like 9 months ago. It was when I went to Oregon with Katie. Sorry I said it like a liberal. I'll get out of here soon. I'll be back in Fremont County, and I'll say Oregon again. Jesus. But anyway, when I went to Oregon with Katie, and I remember my mom sent me a text while I was there just asking what was going on, and it made me want to cry. And I remember going, I think I got some problems with my mom I'm going to have to figure out. And I brought it up to my therapist. And I said, also, I think I have some stuff with my mom. I don't know what it is, but, like, this isn't a natural way to react. I wish we had something a little bit different or whatever. And my therapist kind of has breezed over it. And she said, no, this is just a natural part of everything. And we never talked about it again. But I frickin' brought it up. I put it out in the universe. And then fast forward 10 months, and I have the strongest relationship I've ever had with my mom.
Sick, dude.
That's a miracle, dude. I didn't know that I was doing that, or that that was gonna come out of this, or whatever. But the
frickin' cultivating everything, dude. The last year, you've done everything you set out to do.
The Lord is faithful to provide, dude. We've been saying it since day one, and it remains true. So that might actually be the prophecy. The prophecy remains true. So anyway, but that just made me so happy. That struck me the other day. So I've been talking to my mom. I talked to her for like 45 minutes on the beach. And then I went and listened to Hank Williams. And then I got high and I took a chance. There's this song. It's a church song. Or it's a, Hank Williams church song. So it sounds like an old country song, like a hymn. And, I sent it to my mom and I said, I don't know why, but every time I listen to this, it makes me think of your childhood. I don't know. Maybe it won't make you think of your own childhood at all. Whatever. But that was the craziest thing I've ever said. And I did. And she said, LOL. And I said, whew, cool.
Nice.
But it is crazy to tell your mother that a song makes you think of her childhood.
Yeah, that is crazy as hell. I did. Do you want to talk about what I did that was crazy as hell? With my stepmother.
Yes.
I sent her, so I've been following the, maybe we talked about this, maybe we didn't. I can't remember.
We did.
On the pod, though?
Yeah, tell me about the whole dinner thing. I frickin' questioned you for a long time about dinner with your parents.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
We did probably covered it. Yeah.
But that also could have been, and sorry for sidetracking you. You could just tell me, dude. It might not be out there.
I was watching one of the videos. Gary Owens has been talking about his divorce. It's all over every clip on fucking TikTok.
Okay.
It's all over.
He got into your algo, dude.
Yeah. And he was talking about how he's like, man, when kids are younger and there's a divorce, the dad's like the hero and he's idolized because he's like only there on the weekends and the kids love all the time and shit. And then as when the kids are older and the divorce happens, he gets demonized, I guess is the word that he used.
Uh-huh.
And it was so true. So I just sent a long, thoughtful message to my stepmom. I sent that video to her on TikTok. Yeah,
you told me this, and I don't know if it was recorded because I freaking therapized your ass, dude.
Well, maybe it was on the phone. Yeah, I think it was because I was going off. But I sent that long.
Can I tell you what I think happened? I think what happened was we recorded an hour and 50 minutes of podcast last week, and I released an hour and 15 minutes. And I think that we talked about it in the last 40 minutes, yeah.
Well, anyways, I'll talk about it. So I sent
fuck them. It's your podcast.
And so I sent a long message about, it is crazy. I was just talking to some guys the other day about how the amount of time they got to spend with their father. And I felt like my dad worked all the time, but then I got to thinking about it. And from the time I was 12 years old, I worked every summer with him. So we'd leave the house at the same time in the morning in the same work truck all day together. So I'd spend 40 hours a week with this man away from, not including the time we spent together at home, right?
Yeah, and you think that happened on accident? Yeah,
You ain't kidding. So, and I said that in that message, and then I said in that message too, I said, and when I think about it, he was there at all the games, all the sports, the everything. Like, I got to spend way more time with my dad than most kids get to, even though he worked a lot.
Yeah.
The text response was, "Are you okay, bud?"
Yeah, dude, it's called gratitude. I'm fine.
Yeah, I was just casting a line for a little bit of connection. That was all.
Now, just in case so we don't accidentally have the same conversation twice, I want to know if anything's developed from that since the last time we talked, because we freaking dug into it for a while.
I went to their house and had dinner.
Mm-hmm. It was before dinner.
Yeah, and in that same message, I told her, I said, yeah, as long as she said, I said, yeah, I'm doing fine, and I'm sober. I'm just packing my shit up before I go home in the morning. I just saw that.
Yeah.
It felt relatable. We'd been sending videos back and forth, was just sharing my thoughts.
I'm glad that you said that.
And then she said, come out and have dinner while you're home. And I said, as long as there's meatloaf, I'll come.
But that was before the dinner, and then that's why when I asked you so much about how a dinner goes and how you guys interact with each other and stuff. Yeah. But did it go exactly as we expected?
Yeah,
Cordial,
just normal as ever. Yeah.
Yeah, good time.
Hey, how you doing? My dad was actually all fucking amped up. He got a golf cart, and it was painted black, so he painted a blue stripe on it, and cop cars have a license plate on it that's specific to their number, so his is. And he took one of his old ones and screwed it on the front of it, bolted coolers onto it. So he's pretty amped up to show me his fucking golf rig.
Dude, that makes so much sense. And I'll tell you what, if he was telling me that story, I'd know exactly what to say to the guy, because that's all anybody cares about down here is their damn golf carts. He'd fit right in, dude. He might be ready for a retirement community.
Fuck
just
yeah.
cruise the golf cart around.
Ready. I bet he's got 5 years left, and he'll be full-time retired, boy.
He'll
do something like he'll work like the metal detector like 2 or 3 days a week at the front of the courthouse just for the health insurance.
Well, that's going to be fun to see, and I'll frickin' give you a fair warning. Retirement is one of the hardest things that people have to do. That's what I found out moving down here. And then having my parents go through it just recently is it doesn't sit well with a lot of people, especially somebody like your dad that had something to keep him real busy for a long time. That guy's going to lose his fucking mind if he doesn't have something to fully occupy his, you know what I mean? That fucking drive that's propelled him all these years. And I just know that from, I've done some research, you know what I'm saying? I've lived amongst them. I'm embedded, dude. Yeah.
Center, dude.
I'm an embedded reporter down here at the retirement community, dude. I'm figuring out what they're all about.
Sick as hell.
Turns out, most every one of them pretty hardcore into Trump. They, not scared of COVID.
Yeah.
I got to have a nice COVID conversation today. When's the last time that happened?
Been a minute.
Forever. It's never happened, dude. I chatted with the neighbor, and it kind of came up, and I just heard what he said and said, oh, I totally get that, and said things that I thought, and he said, oh, yeah. And we both went, yeah.
On it?
Well, he's been conservative his whole life, but his dad died like frickin'. He said it was the first COVID death, which I think it was. It was a retirement or an RV park or something in Arizona, and they all played cards together, and one guy was coughing, and 15 of those fuckers died in one RV park or one mobile home community. Yes, and I went, and that's what we freaking forget. And I get it; it's all politicized. We probably shouldn't even talk about it. But also, this is the only voice of reason on the topic. But like, you got to understand, dude, maybe you think COVID's nothing and it's all a fucking lie and all this. But, like, if your dad just died with 15 other people at the onset of this thing, you'd go, this is a real fucking pandemic.
That's fair.
You would. Everybody would in his shoes.
Everybody,
how could you not? Sure. How could you not be like, it took my dad and 12 of his friends? It's the fucking plague, dude. We're fucked.
That changed your view for sure.
Yeah. And so it's like, I don't know how you can listen to that guy tell you that and then say, well, you don't understand. COVID's engineered in a lab. It's a blah, blah. Fuck you. And I have opinions on that shit, but you know what I mean? That's not the guy you need to tell him to. What?
Fair.
Like, why are we talking? You know? Whatever.
That is funny. You know what I just had a thought of while you were ranting back there about your COVID neighbor with Death001 being his father? I got to hear Tyler talk to someone like he talks to us out here when he's upset on the phone riding in his pickup. And that was
well, yeah, if you ride in the pickup for 8 hours with Tyler, you'll hear him yell at a customer service representative.
You ain't shitting, dude. And it was the guy at
it's one of the laws of the universe.
He called the guy at Ford that's been working on fucking 85 or whatever truck it is that we just had the motor done on.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, all right, I was just calling to get the total on that so I can pay it with my credit card right now. My dad's on his way to come pick it up. We're going to get it up North Dakota tomorrow. And the guy goes, all right, we don't have the total numbers together. We're getting them together, but he can come pick the truck up. And Tyler said, yep, that's just fine. Just text it to me. Now, did you guys actually drive it this time and make sure it's not leaking oil? And I was like, oh, dude.
This is just him. It's not me every time. Yeah.
This is just how he talks to people.
It's the T-mode. That's freaking magic, dude. And I love that. And I love that people can appreciate it. And it's that same thing. Oh, well, never mind. Dude, that's magic.
Did you actually do it this time? And it's like, dude, that guy had to have been sitting there like, you dumb motherfucker, like we didn't last. Yep. You drove it a couple times. Yep.
And they got to be cordial. Dude, and that's the thing. Dan Soder has a bit about it that I have saved in reference to Tyler. Can I try something real quick?
You do whatever you want, G.
It's right here, dude.
I can't hear it.
Forget it. Nah, it's because it's playing in my fucking earphones. Well, forget about that, dude. That ruins my other freaking bit, too, which is showing you my cool shark video, showing the pod my cool shark video.
Sick.
You saw the shark. I found a freaking shark, dude.
I saw the fucking hammerhead. You showed
beach
me
kill.
What was up.
I found beach kill.
Yeah.
How nuts is that, dude? I was driving down. I said, that's a big old fish. I stopped by. It was a little baby hammerhead.
Dude, you should have pulled a couple of its teeth or something for safekeeping.
Oh, that would have been way smarter. What I wanted to do was call a taxidermist and say, yo, could you fucking do this for like $100 or something? Because it'd be the best souvenir.
It would.
If I could just take that down to a guy and he's like, yeah, $100, I can mount it, you know?
Yeah, start
carrying
carrying your little pliers with you on the beach. Next time, pull a couple teeth, put it on a necklace.
That's smart. I didn't even think about that. That's the move, huh? But also, I think they were about frickin' the tiny little baby teeth.
Yeah, but it'd still be a conversation starter. What's on your necklace?
Wait till you hear this. Well, the only funny thing about it was my hilarious video that I was hoping to show the dogs, dude.
It was a good time.
What'd I say? I said, oh, these are shark-infested water. Shit, that dude almost got me.
Yeah, you did too.
Just a dead baby shark.
That was sick as hell. Those beers look big as fuck in your hands.
What's that supposed to mean? This is the last time that somebody says something about my body, dude.
That beer
I'm done with that.
Your nuts look tiny.
I think about that still, and I go, I am so proud of myself that I thought so deeply, how could I be wrong in this situation? That was one of those moments where it's like, you're not the one that that's in the wrong this time, buddy.
You ain't shitting, dude.
Some stuff you can go like, oh, if I would have done this different, then maybe.
I can't believe there weren't several more occasions that you were like, I would have been so fucking mean to that girl sometimes. We're laying in bed and you hold my dick back and go, you just have the smallest balls. It's on, bitch. Free game. I know how you look at yourself in the mirror. I'm about to pick you the fuck apart. You woke up and thought today you were going to tell me about what you don't like about my body? Let's talk about what you don't like about yours, bitch. Get out of your fucking mind.
Dude. Well, you know what's crazy about it in this day and age, dating a liberal, was how many times I solemnly said, please don't make comments about my body, which is just what like every girlfriend's ever told me when I was 19, being an asshole, saying that's going to go to your hips because I heard my uncle say it. Like, I don't know why. I don't know at what point we decided, like, if somebody says... Now, I get that, like, normal people where I'm from, I say don't make comments about my body, and my dad's still going to make fun of my hair being long. You know what I mean? That's not the same thing as your beautiful angel saying you have tiny balls.
You ain't shit neither.
Dude,
bro.
That's out of control. And I'll tell you
what, there's only one time that it's off limits for me to talk about a woman's body, and that's when Uncle Tom's visiting. All right? If she's on her period, no way, dude.
Dude, we're not chatting. Well, we're not chatting at all, actually, during that week, but I will say this. Oh, yeah, and that's so crazy that you said that thing. Here's the other thing that I would like to not settle on. You know how you go through tough relationships and then you go, okay, I learned what I can't put up with, apparently. Mm-hmm. I guess what I'm saying, and I am going to have to edit this out, because ultimately what I'm saying is it strikes me as immature, and I can't handle that because I'm not helping a young lady try and love her body anymore. I want a woman that loves her body.
We're too old for this.
I crossed that bridge. That's what I mean.
You know what I heard the other day that makes me relate to that so much is I was listening to Two Bears, One Cave, but Leanne was filling in for Bert with Tom.
That's pretty cool. Can I interrupt you real quick so I don't fucking hate myself?
That
I also want to point out that, like, I'm not saying if a woman has any insecurities about her body, that's like a deal breaker. Fuck you, you immature bitch. I'm saying that, like, if you cry when you look at yourself in the mirror, I'm so sorry, that sucks. I'm not going to be able to date you until you get that sorted. That's all. Thank you. Okay.
I'm
now,
100% with that.
Leanne's filling in for Bert.
Yes, and so they were talking about tons of things. It's a great podcast to listen to if you're looking for an hour and a half to kill.
I can't handle Bert too good, but...
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Bert's not on there. It's Bert's wife and
Tom.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's probably like old Your Mom's House days, because that was one of my favorite things back in the day was their band.
If I see a picture of Bert Kreischer doing his laughing face, not even clicking the video, don't want to hear it, I can't do it. Good for you, Bert. Not fucking doing it. But Leanne said, she was talking about Bert, and she said, well, I just told him, Jesus fucking Christ, pick one. If you don't like the way you look, change, do something different, but you obviously want to live this way. You want to be the party guy. You want to live exactly how you're doing it. So quit being a little bitch and have fun doing it. At least enjoy what you're doing. You could change anytime you wanted to, but you choose not to. So quit fucking moping about it. Either change or don't, but just be happy.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing for me. It was like, well, fuck, do better or don't. Love yourself. If you don't love yourself enough to be okay with us laying around naked on a Sunday, there is no fucking part of me that has any... I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to fucking grab your fucking love handles in the kitchen and get you all worked up. I ain't trying to fucking deal with all that. Oh my God, I don't like the way I look. Fix it or shut the fuck up, but pick one.
Thank you. That is a nice way of looking at it a little bit.
Christ.
Now,
you ain't got to love yourself, but you got to if you're going to be here, bitch. That's all we do in this circle. Get the fuck on
exactly
what you can.
It, dude. Which, by the way, that was I remember that being like a big fucking deal. And I said it on the pod, too, halfway through that relationship when I said, yeah, you can't be this mean to yourself because I don't let people treat my girlfriend that way. I won't be able to be around. And I remember going like, holy shit, that feels so good. I'm the best ever. And it's funny because
one of the coolest things you've ever said.
Well, it's one of the coolest things I ever said, but also how like prophetic it kind of is. Do you know what I mean? How it's like, of course you felt the best in that scenario because... Ironically, I knew at the time in my unconscious that is the ultimate peril of this relationship. Is that she doesn't know love, and she doesn't have love for herself, so how could she and all that? And it's like, so when I kind of like touched on that, it lit me up. And how crazy is that that's our subconscious telling us what's true all along?
It's all we've ever needed.
Do you think that's true?
100%.
Thank you. Do you have any idea what I said? Sometimes I don't know.
Yes, 100%. I do think that's spot on because I think what finally got you out of it is I think as long as she showed just a sliver of her being receptive to you showing her what loving yourself is all about is what kept you on board for the most of it. And like, no, there's something under here. We're working towards it. And she shows me these little things. And I think it just took maybe 30 or 40 times of her making you feel like fucking shit. And then you finally had to sit there and go, you're not going to fucking change, are you? Holy shit. Okay. Fuck, for a minute. Sorry. I believed you were going to change. This isn't happening. Can we stop doing this? I'm out.
Oh, and you know what kind of sucks about that, if that's true, because I think it is true?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't suck at all. All right, sorry, I got to unpack it, but in my mind as I experience this. But my whole philosophy was I'm not ragging on her. I'm not fucking, because I don't do that anymore. I don't say you need to do this different or be this or I want this in my future, so you have to fucking change yourself. I just like be me and then see if the pieces fall into place. And I said it from day one too, which is so cool. And I said, if we're not going down the same path or it doesn't fit, well, we'll just send you down the road. It'll be all right. You know what I mean? I know what I'm after, but I'm here to see if it lines up. And what's tough is, well, what's nice and what I'm very proud of is that ultimately that's what I did, dude. And we got little hints of it along the way. And then even when you break it down, it's like, oh, well, this is exactly what you wanted to do, was to truly try the relationship on and give it enough time. And also, if it didn't fit, you'd have the courage and the strength to send it down the road. And that's very cool.
And that's exactly what you did.
What sucks about that is I didn't think that I was waiting for her to change, but I probably was in some ways. And so that kind of sucks because I was like under some self-deception.
You weren't waiting for her to change. You were waiting for her to come full circle and behave like a person would when they love themselves and they move to the next level.
Oh, you're right.
You
and
know
I forget.
what, you know what she has to offer at the next level. You just kept waiting for that. And then after a while you went, oh, you don't really want this. You like sitting in your you like being a stick in the mud. That's your play. You're
going to hang out for a bit. Yeah. And she will, you know what I mean? But yeah, not on my timeline, and it wouldn't be fair for me to stick around and hold you to my timeline.
You ain't shit. Yeah. You tried it
and
as
that's
long
a nice
as
way
it
to
worked,
put it.
and then you finally said, all right, well, what I'm doing isn't gonna help you, so we're gonna go ahead and let you go figure out whatever you want, sweetheart.
That is very nice because that's exactly how I feel about it and how I kind of set out to do everything. I've been having, and especially Hank a couple days ago, and I had that one depressing day, and I've got to do some feeling too, dude. Yeah. I don't know. So I've been able to. I'm moving forward a little bit more, just as time goes on, like we do, and it feels nice.
Well, and
you know what I mean? Like it's supposed to.
A good rule of thumb is if we're depressed, don't put Hank on the radio. He ain't picking us up out of nothing. He'll keep the vibe no matter what it is. He'll keep the good times good, but he'll also keep us sad for weeks at a time.
He will. He is the ultimate vibe master, dude, and he always has been.
He's like, where do you want to be, funny. Papa? I'll put you somewhere in the middle.
Well, and here's the thing, though. I'll say this. If you're depressed, do put on Hank Williams, and you'll fucking feel it, especially if you have a hard time feeling the feelings and letting them happen. Throw some Hank on and fucking sit in it for an hour, you pussy. What, are you too scared to be sad? Jesus Christ, buck up and be sad for a minute. If you talk to men that way, they'll respond. So, anyway, and most of our listeners, you know. And for our sweet Jocelyn.
Yeah, she ain't going nowhere. She's kicking it.
Oh no, dude. And Bree. I want to name our female listeners so that they don't feel fucking bad, because I know we could count them on a shop teacher's hand.
I think it's just the two, isn't it?
Dude, how funny is counted on a shop teacher's hand?
Well, Bree, Jocelyn, Meg. I think Meg's a frequent listener.
Okay, that's right. And I knew that. I'm not.
Oh, you know what's funny is she'll hear this on the podcast at some point. She sent a message to me the other day on Snapchat that she meant to send to someone else that was talking about me. And I was like, yo, I can pay for the haircuts. And she was like, no, I don't like it when you do. And it was like, well, then that last message didn't make no sense.
Okay, you told her. You told her what happened. Yeah. Yeah, dude, when you're talking about somebody and then you're thinking about them so you click their name on accident, there's not a worse feeling in the fucking world, dude. Have you done that? I've done it. I've been
dude, I've accidentally texted a girl that I was steady with, thinking I was talking to the other girl because I'm just bouncing back and forth in these messages, and then just hit a random, oh, I can't wait to get my hands on you. I'm so excited you said that. And they're like, yo, what the fuck?
She said, what, you're happy I had egg salad sandwich for lunch? What are you talking about?
Shit,
just the last message? Yeah, dude. Because and I've been watching comedy podcasts going, God, they find bits and they riff on them. And I'd like to know what the funny message is before, like 3 hours before you got a message from her, and then just out of nowhere you said, God, I love that you said that. You make me so fucking hard. Oh, and she just like, dude. And it's the wrong person. What'd she say? Because if she said I had an egg salad sandwich for lunch, that's pretty funny.
Oh, Oh, dude, that'd be crazy. Go a couple of hours. You know what's
Isn't
wild
that
to
funny?
me is just in the same moment that you're talking to me polite, that you're talking to someone else talking shit. It's like, well, what are you doing here?
Yeah, dude.
Does riding the middle of the fence, playing both sides of it, is that just your play or what's going on?
Isn't that hell to be in, to be doing that? And that's what we learn
Dude,
as we
I
grow
spent
older.
many a lonely nights on that avenue, brother.
Yeah.
It's for nobody. It's for the streets.
It ain't no good, dude.
Crackheads.
I got to hear a commonly held belief that I don't think I've heard for a long time today, which was, oh yeah, weed should be legal, but not meth. That's not good. People that do meth are criminals, and and I go, oh, all right, yeah, good point. But I don't agree with that at all, dude. I think that 90% of drug users don't have a drug problem.
Yeah, you ain't shitting. They just got a law problem.
Yeah, most of the time. Dude, after I freaking read that book about how we have a right to experiment with our own consciousness.
Is that the pivot towards whatever?
No, that's Drug Use for Grown-Ups by the remember the Harvard professor that does heroin?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wrote this book. After I read that,
Hey, Tin Dust says you look fly as fuck, G.
Just in general?
No, I said
in our
pod.
Oh, thank you. I got
He
the
said
fuck.
that dude looks fly as fuck.
I got the dude, brother. Thank you for that. I love that.
And he's over at Mason's house playing dominoes in the sunroom, so they're probably tying one up.
Dude, that I can't wait, brother. I'm excited to be home. Oh, I can tell you about springtime. Do you know how long we are into this?
Let me check the phone call. We got a ways to go. I got to look at the time. 7:20. We're 45.
I'm in
45
beats
solid recording.
per minute or something. You gotta take a phone call?
No, I was checking our phone call.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to pause? Is that what you're keep riding? We're about 45 solid recording. Realistically, we're almost an hour, but we're 55 minutes on the phone call and we started right after, so.
Okay. Well, springtime,
We'll call it 45.
spring's in the air, dude. And this is where our podcast started. And I had a fucking realization today, my man.
Okay.
Damn, I wish I could remember that other shit I was supposed to say too, but anyway. So, dude, do you remember it was like last February that, and we were talking about it all the time. Spring's in the air, dude. New beginnings. Fucking, things are looking up. Do you remember that was our fucking vibe when we started this podcast in the spring of last year?
I think that was one of the names of our podcast.
Yes.
New
beginnings. Exactly. And that was also, this was the realization I had, that was also the same time that I just woke up one day filled with enough motivation to pretty much stop drinking for 8 months.
Yeah.
And to tell the truth, I think I got drunk every 6 weeks for 8 months. But I mean, if you're only getting drunk every 6 weeks, you're not drinking in my book.
Hey, I'm going to have to pee.
Okay, I'll wrap this point up and we'll take a break. The realization I had was this last week, dude, I've been on fire. I've been like, oh my God, dude, spring's here. I've been so proud of myself. I did it. I came down here. I've been unstoppable. And I went, oh fuck, dude. I got seasonal depression, obviously. Like, this is springtime fucking lifts me up. And when I realized that springtime was kind of what popped into me that made me just stop drinking. And then I feel like I could do something like that right now, you know? Just like I have that motivation. And I went, wow, it really is in the seasons, like more than we even know. How much that controls the vibe. Isn't that wild?
Dude, now if you can find a way to work all summer and then take your camper in the fall back to Texas where you were and then do a second spring. Spring in Texas, dude. You got to beat that winter depression. You ain't shitting.
God, that'd be fucking nasty. All right, you go pee. We can continue this in a moment.
Fuck you, cunt.
Fuck you.
You know what that just reminded me of?
What?
Spring's here, dude.
Yeah, spring is here. What that reminds you?
In a week and a half, I get to go home for my first 2 weeks off this winter.
Oh, dude. That's
I had 2 weeks off around Christmas, so that was nice, but...
No, this is going to be... You're freaking... Yeah, it's here. Like, it's freaking here, dude. And Idaho's getting snowstorms, so they might not feel it, but it's in the fucking collective unconscious, dude.
It is,
and you know what's so
we're
cool?
Looking at, oh, go ahead. Keep going.
I was just going to brag about being an oracle, if you want to hear that, or if what you said is more
I would
important.
love to hear it. We're looking at high 50s by Monday.
Let's go. We're in.
Yep.
I was just going to brag about how I'm in tune with this shit all the time. The universe fucking has ebbs and flows, and I'm plugged into them. And perhaps I'm insane and delusional for thinking that, but I think it's the truth. And that's so nice. I was just telling my mom this. I don't know if this relates, but I had this idea, so we'll see. When I was real young, like 16, 17, and as I tell you, I was real conservative and real Christian, dude, and that's why I know everything about the Bible, because I friggin' got to the bottom of it to see if Jesus is actually the truth. And granted, I just read what all the Christians say about it, because if I would have decided that Jesus wasn't the truth, it would have been hell in the household. Like, my mom would have been unhappy. My mom told me if I read the Book of Mormon with my girlfriend, that it'd be the same as me doing a seance. So if I said I did the research, Jesus isn't real, it wouldn't have worked. My point is, I got to the bottom of it. I can tell you all the arguments. But back then, I always had this fear about, like, knowing if you're called, or, like, there's a verse that says, God works all things together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. And I always heard that and went, I don't know if I'm called according to his purpose. Like, I hope God's working things together for my good. You know what I mean? And it's very funny. So what I'm saying is I did all the research, I had all this stuff, but the doubt I had was like, is it actually real? Am I actually called? And it's funny because I've drifted away from the real traditional Christianity over time. But what I doubt less than I've ever doubted in my whole life is if there is like that cosmic, what would you call it, that where everything meshes together. But that there's a cosmic order to the universe and that there is somebody in charge and he does work things together for my good. And like the evidence of there being a creator or a deity or a god of some kind is like fucking dripping everywhere I go every day. You know what I mean? It's like so obvious that this is not an accident.
Right now. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. But it's like, you know how, and you've been friends with me for over a year now, so you're fucking tuned into it. You get the like, oh, it's not a coincidence. We're fucking plugged in. And
things are making sense.
Yeah, but that was, and it's funny, when I was 16, 17, and I was like, I knew all the truths of the universe according to the Bible. And I said, but I don't know if it's really real. And now it's like, oh, I know for sure it's real, and there is sort of some distance from that traditional fundamentalism.
That's pretty sick. What do you think you're going to do with that? Well, not what you're going to do with that. How do you think that's going to change your upcoming year coming back into Fremont County, emphasis on free?
Well, I don't think it's going to be necessarily related to that. I'm not telling you I'm a born-again Christian all of a sudden. I just have been the whole time, I guess. I don't know, but... Okay. I'm just saying the order of the universe gets fucking revealed more and more all the time. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it's just constantly happening no matter where you're at. I was kind of taking it as like
That's
this was
what
a new
I mean.
like, oh, wow.
No, not like a new, fresh Jesus perspective, but just that how funny it is that over the years, the biggest thing I was worried about became the clearest to me. You know, like I have the most clarity there. And that, I'm just being happy about that. Because I was like, I don't know.
That would mean it kind of made sense that you took off to Texas and did everything you did, huh? Getting some clarity.
Yeah, dude. And well, that's what I came here for, was to minimize the distractions and try and tighten things up and get perspective. And
figure shit out.
You can't go through all this stuff and not get perspective. And you know what sucks is everybody's always like, do hard things and stuff. And unless you're getting paid for it, they don't like give you credit. But this was hard as fuck. This was fucking nuts. This was insane. It was crazy.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you don't grow if you're not uncomfortable. I was fucking uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable for a lot of being down here, dude.
You ain't shitting either.
But that's what I realized today, though, is now that I'm getting towards the end of this, I went, oh, I'll be trained. In a couple months, you're going to be able to look back, and I forgot that I do this. I said, you're going to laugh at fucking every part of this whole journey and how awesome or absurd or funny or whatever. And I went, shit, I forgot to do that while I was in it a lot. But that is how time works. What were you worried about, B-Train? You're good. You're gonna be fucking home. You're gonna be laughing. It's gonna be sick. And that was like, oh shit, yeah, this is just gonna be the coolest thing that I ever did.
You could even break that down. You do that on a small scale on the daily, like when you get stoned and almost psych yourself out of getting on the ferry to go get groceries.
Yeah. Can I read you what I thought was the funniest text messages I've ever sent in my life?
Yes, sir.
I lit that blunt up and I sent the video that I sent you. And my friend said, how's it treating you? And I said, well, I had some typos. I said, well, I was holding it and texting the dogs and it just went out. So I set it down and said, we'll give it 10 minutes and see what happens, because in my experience, when our marijuana goes out, it's because we got too high to remember to smoke anymore. So I set it down and chilled. That was at 6:12. It's 6:18 now, and I'm getting super fucking anxious, and I think I'm going to get out and throw the ball for Ellie. Listen to music, because that's going to be fun as hell. And I thought that was so fucking funny, dude.
Dude, that is a good way to look at it. If the pot goes out, it's usually because we're too high to need to light it again.
And then I set it down, and then I just started getting super like anxious and almost shaky, and I just treat myself as if somebody else was high in front of me, getting all uncomfortable. And I said out loud, "Yeah, it's just the come up beat train. You can be all right." And I took all the ash and threw it out the window. And then I got out and threw the ball for Ellie and listened to music, and it was sick. Obviously, we've been here before, brother.
That is badass, dude.
So anyway, I don't ever share those experiences. So there you go, world.
They got it.
That's an hour of podcasting, brother.
Sick.
What you got?
I want to go home and wash my balls.
I don't want to hate this when I listen back to it.
Why would you hate it? It's always, dude. I don't think we've ever had an episode that you didn't say that shit. And then you'll send me a Snapchat when you're editing this and go, "This might be top 3 pods of all time."
Oh, fuck. I know, dude. And I know I have that thing in me, and I got to learn about it from doing this podcast all this time. Yeah. I wish I could. We're going to conquer that this year for sure. That's going to be nice. But that's, because I freaking loosened up and went full throttle. And I said, B-Train, if you have a thought and you share it, that's okay. It's not like taking up anybody's precious time with your dumb ideas.
It's just a pod.
And then I got to the end and I went, fuck, I talked for an hour straight. What can't you wait for?
I can't wait. It'll have been since Christmas Day since me and you ripped a pod. In person.
Oh, pod. My God. I've been thinking about that so much lately. I go by the way, our last 3 pods, like, we're on a hot streak. On a hot streak. And I keep thinking, dude, when we sit down next to each other with this momentum we have, I was going to say chemistry, but I'm not fucking gay. With this momentum we have, dude, no lag, no fucking, we're right there. That's game over. But
this is probably going to be, in the next couple of months, we're going to have to figure out 2 cameras so we can kind of make, or 1 camera and get set to where it gets both of us. That's
what I was about to say. God damn. All right, thank you for listening to our podcast. Fucking like it and subscribe and fucking leave a comment and say shit rules. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, even if you hate it, put that in the comments. Do fucking something.
Yeah, say something. Fucking pussies. Jesus. Now.